Thank you very much for coming along to our Wednesday night Travel Tribe event. So the information that you're going to see here tonight is designed for those people who are looking for more in life, looking for a way to make an income online from anywhere in the world. And that's what this business does, is it gives us that flexibility to work from home, to work from our caravans, to work from our motel room, to work from the beach, to work from anywhere that you've got a Wi-Fi signal. So my name's Jo Ross, and I came across this business 2 years ago this month. At the time, I was working in family daycare, and I found a post on Facebook. It was talking about a lady who was able to get out of her family daycare business because she'd found an online business that was making a better income. At the time, my hubby and I were dreaming of being able to travel around Australia in our caravan. But, we couldn't really see a way to make that financially happen. We still had bills we had to pay, still got to pay for fuel and accommodation. And I am way too old to go fruit picking or have to pick up random bar work. So for me, I was really looking for a way that I could have a regular income coming in online. So I contacted this lady who put the post on Facebook, and she shared some information with me about some pretty incredible products and this online business. So I jumped in, gave the products a try for myself. Within 2 weeks, I had amazing results and jumped straight into the business. Now, it was really important to me that if I was going to do something, I had to believe in it. So I'm actually a breast cancer survivor, 2 times breast cancer survivor. So I got diagnosed really, really young, and it's been an incredible health journey for me that I've been through. And so anything that I, take or endorse or even have in my everyday life, it has to be something that's pretty as natural as possible. I'm a big believer in the fact that our bodies can heal themselves if we give them that chance. So when I had a look into the research that had been done on these products, I was pretty blown away. So this is our products here. They're called Juice Plus. And at the time, I had never, ever heard of them, but they've actually been in Australia for over 20 years. So this is them. They are nothing but fruits, vegetables, and berries in a capsule form. Now, when I first saw this, I was like, how on earth is that possible? How can you get 27 different fruits, veg, and berries into a capsule? So I wanted to know how it was all done. So I did the research. So what they do is they actually get vine-ripened fruits and veggies, and they wash, crush, and then very slowly freeze dry them. What that does is most veggies are, 70 to 90% water. So it allows the water to evaporate, the sugars evaporate off, and what you're left with is the powder form, which is full of all of the vitamins, the minerals, the phytonutrients, and all of the enzymes. That's where the goodness is. So the beautiful thing about these products is they are all grown from third generation herbicide and pesticide-free farms. So there's absolutely no nasties in here whatsoever. Every single batch is individually tested. So you even, to make sure that there's nothing spraying in or blowing in on the wind from the neighbour's farm. So every single batch is individually tested. So this is the highest quality fruits, veg and berries that you're ever going to get. They're all non-GMO, so it's all heirloom varieties of our fruits and veggies, and they are all left to vine ripen, because that is when the fruits and veggies get that peak nutrition. When we go to our fruit and veggie shop here locally, it's really, really hard to actually get ripe produce. The tomatoes are quite often picked when they're green. The oranges are picked months before and then frozen. Our avocados are picked when they're rock hard and then ripened by gas. So getting that peak nutrition is really, really hard. And that's why we are, seeing so many people with nutrition deficiencies these days. So what I love about these products is the fact they actually have a food label on them. It's not a synthetic multivitamin that your body just, recognizes as a chemical and then pees out. This is actually whole food. So within 5 to 7 minutes of you taking this, your body recognizes it as whole food and starts to use it. So the food label that's on here, it lists it as carrot, cabbage, kale, rice bran, broccoli, beetroot, tomato, garlic, parsley, spinach, and oat bran. Now, I don't know about you, but I had a pretty good veggie dinner for dinner tonight, but I still didn't eat all of that, let alone adding in the fruits and the veggies, with fruits and the berries. So 27 different types of fruits, veg, and berries. Now, we know that the Australian government tells us that we need 5 serves of veggies a day and 2 serves of fruit, but they're telling us that less than 5% of Australian adults are getting that, and it's even less for kids. So what this product does is it bridges that gap. You know, even when we try our best, when it's still, you know, it's often quite hard to eat organic and to get organic regularly. So that's what this product does, is it bridges the gap between what we do eat and what we should eat. Now, because we know that the kids especially aren't getting the fruits and veggies that they need, what our company's done is they made it into a chewable version for children. So it's exactly the same ingredient as the fruits and veggie capsules, but they've taken the powder, mixed it with tapioca starch and fruit pectin, and turned it into this little tiny chewy for kids. It looks like an apple lolly. It tastes amazing. I buy them for myself. And kids are getting 17 different fruits and veggies every single day. And these actually come for free. So because our company is so passionate about, you know, helping the people of the world get that nutrition, we actually give these products away to kids aged between 4 and 18, and we'll give them away for 4 years while as an adult on our products. We've actually been doing this for over 10 years, and we've done the world's largest children's health study. Now, it has been absolutely amazing. Because it's been an observational study, there's no placebo effect with a child. So you can't get them to tell them, you know, make them feel or see or do something they don't want to do. Anybody who's got children knows that that just doesn't work. Some of the results that are coming in from this children's health study is just incredible. You've got 66% of children who are taking Juice Plus are visiting the doctor less. 71% of them are drinking more water. 60% of kids are missing less days of school. 56% of them are on fewer over-the-counter or prescription drugs. Like, those numbers are just amazing. Just from adding in 17 different fruits and veggies into their diet every single day, and the kids think that they're, you know, getting a lolly. It's also amazing because like attracts like. So what we feed our bodies is what our bodies crave. So even though the kids think they're getting a lolly, they're getting that fruit and veggie. So what happens is over time their palate starts to change and they start to crave the fruits and veggies. We've got so many stories from mums and dads who, you know, have walked into the kitchen, their little one is in the fridge and they're munching on a cucumber out of the crisper, and they're just like, that is so random. You know, my child does not go and pick up a cucumber or a carrot out of the fridge and just eat it by themselves. Usually we've got to struggle with them to eat their veggies. And time again, we're just hearing the most amazing stories from little ones whose palate starts to change and just gets rid of that struggle to get them to eat their veggies. That's what their bodies start to crave. So that's a pretty amazing way to set them up for a really lifelong, you know, healthy eating habits. So our capsules look after our micronutrition, and our complete powder looks after our macronutrition. So these are incredible. They come in chocolate and vanilla, and they're not like protein powders that you can buy over the counter or at the chemist or things like that. So these are completely vegan. They're veggie based. There's nothing artificial in here. So what is in here is chickpea powder, pea protein, rice protein. We've got alfalfa sprouts, radish sprouts, aramath, quinoa, pumpkin, pomegranate, spirulina, yucca, mushroom, all those amazing, incredible veggies, but it tastes like chocolate or vanilla. It's got less sugar than half a banana. So it's absolutely amazing for anybody who's looking to, is watching what they're eating and is looking for something light on the go that's going to give them plenty of energy without the calories. And the other beautiful thing about this is it's chockers full of niacin. Now, niacin is actually naturally found in veggies, and it's the ingredient that they actually use in a lot of antidepressant and anti-anxiety medication. So a lot of people who've been taking it, using these shakes in their daily diet have actually been able to reduce or even get off some of their anxiety and antidepressants. So we have a testimonials group that's got over 280,000 customers on there. And the stories that are in there are just amazing. So that's our complete powders. And then the last product that we have is our omegas. So these are a completely vegan omega blend. Now, our bodies cannot make omegas. The human body, these are what they call an EFA, an essential fatty acid. And they're essential because we have to get it from our food. We can't make it ourselves. Now, instead of taking the omegas from fish, which is what most people are used to doing, you get fish oil and krill oil, because we know that our omegas are so very important. What they've done is, in fact, go to the algae that the fish eat to get their omegas from. So we've got, this comes from pomegranate seed oil, raspberry seed, sea buckthorn, tomato, safflower, and the algae. So it's absolutely amazing that we now have a completely vegan omega. And the research around omegas is incredible. They've actually proven that baby brain or mummy brain is an actual thing. A mum's brain actually shrinks by up to 5% when she's growing a baby and breastfeeding. And essential fatty acids are what the mums need to help get that cognitive function back, to help repair their brain health. It was also so very vital for eye health, for heart health. We've got some incredible studies regarding cholesterol and the reduction in cholesterol just from adding in an omega into your diet. So we've also got some great results and testimonials happening from around joint health regarding arthritis and lots of things like that. So it's been pretty amazing what's starting to come out now that we've had these in the country for almost a year. So that's a little bit about our products, but the best thing about our products is the stories, hearing from actual real people and the results that they've had. So what I'd like to do is shoot on over now to Lorraine. Lorraine, could you take yourself off mute for me, please?
How's
Hello.
that?
Perfect.
Hello.
So would you mind sharing with us all, how did Juice Plus come into your life and what's been your results with the products?
Well, Juice Plus came into my life through the beautiful Renee. I was chatting in a group on Facebook. I think it was budgeting and saving or something like that. And Renee commented and I said, oh, yep, she works from home and that. Well, I'd like to. So when we went from there, and honestly, I haven't looked back. And I was very interested in the products, not so much the business, but very interested in the products. I've had chronic illness for many years, and pain, etc., and diabetes. And as I've got older, and as we were talking about earlier, that stress, and I've had just a whole decade of stress and loss and that, and things have just compounded, I suppose. But where I needed to stop work in 2010, and just seems to have gone downhill even more since then. So and I started taking the products along with my grandson who lives with me, and he's on the spectrum. He's on the juice and he loves them. And yeah, the results were just about instantaneously, I guess. First of all, I didn't recognise them, but my grandson complained about he was falling asleep earlier and sleeping in later, and I'm going, oh yeah. And then I realised that one morning when I got up, I thought the clock was wrong, that I just slept right through. Like, I have slept 8 hours solid. I didn't wake up. I woke up with fibromyalgia pain often and with diabetes, up and down, up and down. And I honestly did not believe that I had done that. And I thought, it's just a once-off. But no, it isn't. So that was the beginning for me and for my grandson as well. And of late, I think I've been on the products now 4 or 5 weeks, and of late my diabetes, my blood sugar levels have dropped dramatically to the point where I've had fasting bloods and that done, with the very high possibility that I can stop taking my diabetes medication. So it's just been absolutely amazing. And with Nathan, my grandson, with his Asperger's and that, his whole demeanour has changed. He's much, much happier. He actually, as you say, is craving the healthier food. We've got to get a balance in there somehow, because, you know, he likes it a little bit too much. And he's stuffing up, you know, I made sesame Powerball, and when I got up in the morning, half of them were gone. So I think that, you know, and drinking water, and he's got so much more energy. He's talking a lot more, you know, and even the school, we had a meeting at the school, and they asked me where the real Nathan was, because I didn't know who this boy was.
Hmm.
So I thought, you know, but yeah, he loves his sport. He's fit and he's healthy. He's a bit overweight and what have you, but you know, and he likes his white foods because of his Asperger's, and texture and things plays a hell of a lot with him. But he is actually wanting the healthy stuff now, you know, wanting it. Maybe a little bit too much, but we can get some balance in there somewhere. But, you know, things that I would never in a million years have anticipated that he would even try. You know, it's just fabulous. I can't explain it really in words, but yeah, it's made such a massive difference in our lives in such a very short time. I'm just so grateful.
Thank you so much for sharing, Lorraine. That's just fantastic.
Thank you.
No worries at all. All right, so now we're going to shoot on over to Mark, and let me find you. If you could take yourself off mute. Hello, how are you?
Hey Joe, I'm excellent, thanks.
That's good. So would you mind sharing with us, how did the Juice Plus products come into your life, and what's been your experience?
I come across Juice Plus a bit over a year ago now, actually, just through a Facebook post, as most of us seem to come across and find them. Now, my background story, just quickly, was basically probably nearly 3 years ago now. I was diagnosed as a diabetic, type 2, and the doctor sort of looked at me and thought, well, that's a bit weird. You don't look like you should be diabetic. So she sent me in to do the tests again. Come back, and yes, I was diabetic. And she's not the type of doctor that just throws tablets at you, which is why I've been seeing her for so long. And she said, you know, go off home, eat healthy, and come back in a couple of months and we'll check it again and see how you're going, because with how you are, you should be able to just handle it through your diet. The first night we had steak and veggies for dinner, which society teaches us is a good healthy meal. You know, potato, beans, peas, carrots, all that sort of stuff. Did the check later on. My level was supposed to be kept between 5 and 12, and the level, 5 and 8, and the level was 12. And that's, you know, it's like, well, there's something going wrong here, because we just ate healthy and it was all shit. So that basically put me on a journey of searching the internet and heaps of other places to try and find out what's going on. And basically I found that through a plant-based diet and eating the right type of plants, you can basically, well, cure diabetes. I use the word cure loosely because all the results and testing that everyone's done, yes, if you maintain a healthy plant-based diet, exercise, then you know you don't have diabetes anymore, you're fine. However, if you go, yay, I'm cured, and go back to eating Maccas and Coke and all the rest of the crap, bang, it comes straight back on again. So, you know, that's why I use the word cure loosely. But so I sort of just finished doing all that and was slowly getting everything under control. I still take no medication. The doctor was keeping an eye on me every 3 months, going back for a checkup. Once I started taking the Juice Plus capsules, they helped even more, and everything just kept getting better and better. And as a result, I went back November last year and had a test, and the doctor just said, well, you know, you're doing so well, don't bother coming back for another year. And as any diabetic knows, you're supposed to go in for a checkup every 3 months and keep an eye on it. But the doctors just said, you know, get the hell out of here, we'll see you in 12 months. So, you know, I'm on Juice Plus for life now. It's definitely helped with everything in the diabetic side of things, and along with a few other you know, illnesses and whatever as well, but that's my main one that I'm stoked about.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. That's just absolutely fantastic. All right, and now we're going to shoot on over to Shirlene. Shirlene, if you could take yourself off mute for me. How are you?
Hold on.
There you go. All right, so Shirlene, if you could share with, oh, you're back on mute. You must have hit it twice.
Right now?
That's it. Perfect. Okay, so if you could share with us, please, what's been your experience on the products?
Okay, I have high blood pressure. Well, I did have, but it's lowered my blood pressure. I've only been on it since January. I've come across Vicky, and Vicky put me onto it. And I thought, well, yeah, I want to try to get myself healthy, and lose some weight. I've got depression. My depression's not playing up as much now. It used to go up and down all the time. I haven't had bad thoughts going through my head. I used to have anxiety attacks when I went out. I can actually go down the road by myself now without having an anxiety attack. I have chronic pain. My pain's eased, that my doctor's lowered my medication. So, yeah, everything's going really well.
Amazing. And would you mind sharing a little bit with us about your weight loss journey? Because that is just amazing.
Yeah, I lost 28 kilos in 8 weeks.
That is just epic. 28 kilos. So that is just phenomenal. And so what Shirlene's been doing is making the most of both of our products and our program. So we have an incredible program called the Juicy Body Transformation that comes completely free for all of our customers, and we have a special 8-week shred program in there for anybody who is looking for weight loss. But our program very much centers on no deprivation and swapping out the ingredients that we might normally have for whole food, ingredients. And Shirlene has just absolutely smashed it. You've done an epic job, and I can't wait to keep watching your journey.
I'll the next one too.
Woohoo! Starting at the end of this month. Can't wait. Awesome. Thank you.
My son's going to do it with me.
Oh, cool. That will be awesome. And the recipes that are in there are so very family friendly that I know that you will smash it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I love it.
Thank you so much for sharing. All right. So as you've heard, this business, this product has so many different results. We never ever know what it's going to do for somebody because it's just fruits, veg and berries. It's not a magic pill. It's not going to cure anything in particular. But what we know is when you flood your body with the nutrition that it needs, it can start to heal itself from the inside out. So every 100 days, your red blood cells are completely replaced. So that's saying you are what you eat. It really is true. As you are replacing your cells, replenishing your body with incredible nutrition, your cells get replaced and they're healthier and healthier and healthier. And you really can start to heal from the inside. That's why we have such incredible testimonials from people who no longer suffer with headaches, whose skin is so much better, whose energy is better, diabetes. We've got so many different stories. So thank you all very much for sharing tonight. So now, as you know, there is an incredible business behind these products. So what we're going to do is talk a little bit now about this business. Now, we know these days you do have to be very careful because there are a lot of dodgy things going around the internet. So often when you can hear about a business that can be run online, you need to do your research. But there are a couple of myths floating around about, what it takes to run an online business. So I'm going to shoot back over now to Mark, who's going to have a bit of a chat to us about some of those myths and about how they don't apply to our business.
Yep, I'm already unmuted. Thanks, Joe.
No worries.
All right, so I'll get me trusty little whiteboard out here. Make sure we can see it. Whoops. I always get caught on these cameras. Everything's like left to right, right to left. But we're good. Hang on. There we go. That's better. All right. So, of course, one of the biggest myths and scare thing that everyone's always worried about with the online businesses is that dreaded word, pyramid. Yep. One of those. Big triangle, wavy bottom. I'll get in trouble for that later. It's not very nice. People like to be very precise with their triangle pyramids. But so basically we've got the pyramid, and that's what everyone's worried about. Yep, it's a pyramid. The only person that makes money, guys at the top, we're all going to get ripped off. That's just how it is. Well, pyramids were made illegal back in around the 70s, and this company's been around since before then. So I'm pretty sure that if we were doing pyramid type stuff, we'd all be locked up and we'd be in our little pinstripe suits doing this from behind the prison bars for you. But no, we're not. It's all legit and above board. Now, when we look at this and look at today's society and how traditional businesses and jobs run, it is more or less like a pyramid in the real world out there is what people call it. So at the top here, you got CEO, guy in charge, whatever, he's up here. He rules the roost. He watches everything. Down the bottom here, it's like Woolies checkout people, trolleys. Whenever you start a new job, you start at the bottom. Now, the chances of moving up are pretty slim, especially up here to the top level, because that's a long way to go up. So all these guys down here, you might start off as we'll say the checkout chick or guy. These days, not allowed to be like that. So whichever one you are at the start there, if you do really well, work hard, all that sort of stuff, puts in lots of hours, the people up here might notice it and go, well, hey, look, we've got an opening. We need someone to oversee the checkout people. So, okay, cool. Somebody moves up. Now, you get moved up, you get a little bit more money. You do a lot more work because you got to oversee these guys. And if something goes wrong, you got to answer for whatever happened with these. The other side of it is all of these people, some of them might have been there longer than you. Some of them might be older. They all get a bit antsy and think, well, why did they get promoted? Why is that person better than me? Why do they deserve more money? So instantly people here that were friends, they're not friends anymore, but they watch what they say around you because they don't want to get in trouble or whatever they say to be head further up. So instantly you've got a more antagonistic workplace because nobody's as happy and playful with you as what they were before. Now you might get up here, you might even get up to a bit higher up to manager, but it doesn't really matter what happens up here because you'll never get up here to CEO. But this guy could die and the board of directors will just hire someone else. They're not going to look down here and pick one of these guys and go, hey, come up here and run Woolworths Australia. It's just not going to happen. So this sort of structure is already here in today's society. Like I used to have my own computer business and that was me at the top. And there's no way someone down here was going to replace me unless I sold it or died or moved on. And if I died, then one of my kids would take over it. So the people that are at the bottom or even up here, manager of the store, there's no way they would get to take over the company and have their own business. Now, we'll just move on to the next one, and that's where everybody reckons to make it in this sort of industry, you must know lots and lots of people. Now, tell me if I'm wrong, but when Jo first started out, who's hosting this meeting for us, she knew 100 people on Facebook. So we'll stick Jo at the top here. She knew 100 people, and that was Facebook friends. So a lot of the times, as we all know, your Facebook friends aren't necessarily people that you actually know. Okay, less than 100, there we go. A lot of people that's in your Facebook friends list, you don't actually know them. You can't walk down the street and have a coffee with them and say hello and whatever. So she was reaching out to other people to get them and say, hey, check out this business and these products and have a look at what we do. And people were slowly joining. So, you know, one lady joined, came from her daycare group that she was in, and she joined. Now, that's not even on Facebook. So as you can see, you can do this online. You can do this out there with real people. You can do it however you want to do it. But this is how it slowly grows over time. So Jo had one lady start from her daycare. You know, she had another lady start from Facebook. And then she had another lady, as you've heard, Vicky was the name that was mentioned. And I lost the names. I hate that when I forget people's names. But there's another lady there too. Okay, and so, you know, this lady, she branched out and she told other people about it, and they all slowly joined up under her. Denise, that was the name I was trying to put in here. Denise, that's a lady that's a school teacher that we know. I actually know her as well. She's just down in Gladstone. It's a bit down the road from here. She's gone nuts with the business, and she's actually got heaps and heaps. I don't think I have enough room to draw circles on for her as to the people that she's adding and looking after. And then over here we've got Vicky, and Vicky's brought on a few people, a couple that were here in the meeting tonight, and that was me. I was one of them. And, you know, like we were saying, I just seen that on Facebook. Talked to Vicky, talked to Jo, and went, yep, this is brilliant, I'm signing up. Now, myself, I have got Dee, who's over in America. And then Dee's branched out, and she's got like 3, she might even have 4 people underneath her now as it is. As you can see, it slowly just keeps growing. So whether you know a lot of people or not doesn't really matter, because Jo only put on 3 people to start with, and then these people have gone and added people, and then I've got people, and you know, these people that I know are in America. So we're a worldwide business, so you can know people in 25 different countries in the world is where we service people. So that's it. That's all you got to do is just share the business with people, and off it goes. And one other thing that I'd like to just point out is that basically a lot of the time people that come on board will be 3 types of people. I should have put 1, 2, 3, not ABC. 1, 2, 1, 3. So the first type of people that come on board and join the business, they basically join up and they'll probably just do it so they get their product for free. You know, they'll get a few people on board, and that's how it goes. They get a couple of people under them, they get their product for free because of the commission they're getting from the people. The second type of people that you often get join the business with you are people that will do this, get their product for free. They'll grow it a little bit more so they can pay their rent, you know, home loan, car, whatever bills they want to cover, they'll do that so they can just keep working and have their traditional business and keep doing whatever they want to do and have this, you know, holiday money. You know, wouldn't you like to be able to just have a few people working under you so that every year or every 6 months you can go to Spain or Canada or somewhere like that, basically for free, because you've just slowly been working this in your own time over the year. And then the third type of person is the one that sees how this business can work and what can be done and what you can gain from it, and just goes basically, holy shit, jumps in at the deep end and just goes for it. You know, and the people that are doing that are the ones that are just booming this business like crazy, And, that was Denise, because she retired from her business. She retired from her teaching career 5 years earlier than she was planning to, purely because she jumped into this business and went along with it. And by the way, Jo up here, who had less than 100 people in her Facebook list, now has a team of around 200 people under her. So it goes to show that you don't need to know a lot of people to be able to blow this out. And that's what we call popcorn. So it's like when you put popcorn in the microwave and it all just starts popping and going crazy. After a little while, you really don't have to do anything because it just takes off and looks after itself. Thanks, Jo.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing, Mark. And it's so true. Like, you just never ever know who you're going to meet in this business. And that is the beautiful part of it. We have been able to help so many different people from so many different walks of life. It's just amazing who I've been able to meet. And, been traveling around Australia for about a year now. I've come down here to Tassie and met up with some beautiful women that we've actually been working online with. And now I've got to meet them in person and give them hugs. And it's just been absolutely fantastic. So what I'd like to share with you now is a little bit about how we get paid. Because I know often, we want to know exactly, how does this actually work, and can it actually work for everybody? So, as Mark mentioned, we all come into this business at exactly the same level, and we all get paid in exactly the same way. So it doesn't matter whether it's me, whether it's Shirlene, whether it's Mark, all of us get paid exactly the same way. And we actually get paid in 3 ways. So we get paid a retail profit every time we connect a customer with the products. So we are actually independent virtual franchisees. So we pay $165 per year for our own online office. Now that's something we can access from our phones, from a computer, an iPad, anywhere in the world, anywhere we have Wi-Fi. And all we do is pop in a customer's details and hit go. Head office, and we have head offices all around the world. We're in 25 countries. So head office looks after all of the payments, and they do all of the shipping. So we don't have to buy stock and then send it on. It's all shipped directly to the customer. And every time we do that, we get the retail profit from that sale. Now, we also get paid a commission. Now, the commission comes as we build a team. So because we are a teaching business, as we are helping other people build their businesses as well, we get paid a commission on everything that our team does. That's the company's way of saying thank you so much for helping other people grow a business and for helping them out, for teaching them how to do this. We're going to pay you a commission on that as well. And then the third way we get paid is bonuses. Now, bonuses are what we call the fun money. They're the now money. So we get that instantaneously while these guys are building up over time. So the bonuses are fantastic because they're unlimited. So I'm just going to run through that quickly, but please keep in mind that that's just one of the ways that we get paid. So when we first come into this business, we come in, we pay our $165, and we are a virtual franchisee. Within 10 days, you have the possibility of earning your first promotion and a $100 bonus. Now, you also get a pay rise with that and a 4% commission. So that's within your first 10 days. Then within your first 40 days, you can get to SDVF, which is a $400 bonus for you and the person who taught you. As I mentioned, this is a teaching business. So from now on, as we help other people grow their businesses, whenever we help them get a bonus, they get a bonus as well. Now, I'm just going to see if Kylie's still on here. Nope, she had to go. Nope, that's no worries at all. Okay, so SDVF is within your first 40 days. Then you can get to SC, which is a $600 bonus and a pay rise for you and the person who taught you. SSC is a $1,200 bonus for you and your teacher. QNMD is a $1,500 bonus. And as I mentioned, these are unlimited. You can help one person get these, or you can help 20 people get them, or you could help 200 people get them. It's entirely up to you. And then we have our pinnacle position in Australia, which is NMD, which is a $3,000 bonus. Now, when you get to NMD, your teacher doesn't get the $3,000 bonus because they're probably already there. And once you get to NMD, you are on a residual income. So that's just the money coming in from your team and from helping them of between 80 and 100 grand a year, depending on the size of your business. So that's just one of the ways that we get paid. Now, because Juice Plus does not pay for celebrity endorsements, doesn't pay for magazine advertising or TV advertising, so all of the profits from the 40 years that they've been in business is sitting up here in a giant bucket of money, waiting to give that to everyday, normal people like you and I. So that's why network marketing is such an incredible business model, because rather than pay the money, advertising money to celebrities who don't need any more money, our business is designed at helping normal, everyday families break out of that rat race, break out of that struggle street, stop having to stress about finances and money all the time, and get that time, that financial freedom back, for one, but also from that time freedom, which was what was actually most precious to me, because having been through cancer and realizing, at age 33, how incredibly short life can be, for me, I didn't want that 10 hours in a corporate job anymore. I wanted to be able to live my life on my terms, but I also wanted to be able to help other people. And that's what this business has given me, given me the ability to connect with so many amazing people all around the world. And at the same time, I've been able to create this fantastic life for my hubby and I. And I can't believe that this weekend we're headed off to America, where I'm going to get to meet and hug some of our team that are over there for the first time. So that's just absolutely mind-blowing. 2 years ago, I hadn't even heard of this business yet. And now, we've been able to completely change our lives, go traveling, and bought ourselves a little cottage down here in Tasmania that we've just moved into. And it's just absolutely amazing how life can change if you're willing to, ask the question, what if? What if I just gave this a go? So hopefully this information has been helpful. And if you do have any questions, because I know we've just sort of skimmed the surface here tonight, so if you do have any questions, please get in touch with the person who sent you this recording. We would love to have a chat, love to answer all of your questions, and hopefully, love to help you either with the products, the business, or with both. So thank you very much for your time.